My question, Master, is I understand that your skeleton is not the text when you work with it. It's not like you don't build the method through understanding the dramatical text, no? So dramatical text is not...
No, I can use text only as example.
Okay.
It's not the question how I understand the siglo, how I understand Shakespeare, it's not the question.
What is this result?
I mean how the director change their level of mind. I tried to change her mindset, to change her consciousness. I have only one master, the theater. It's only one master, but I have to respond, or I have to report of my work.
Welcome to this second podcast of BeActingLab. I have the privilege to talk to one of the most important teachers and pedagogues right now concerning to the actor and the artist of the 21st century. His name is Jurij Alschitz, and he has taught thousands of actors, directors, and theater teachers across Europe, Asia, Americans, and beyond. His centers and publications have been translated into numerous languages, and his idea and his perspective adopted internationally. In addition of this training of actors, he has placed strong emphasis on the training of trainers. And this idea of quantum pedagogy, not only for his acting teachers, but also right now for directors. If you are an artist, if you are someone that is trying to stay in the path of the art, wherever you are, whatever is your state right now, if you're in the beginning, in the middle, I think this little conversation is helpful because we can see the perspective of someone that has been working along the years in his journey and how he has found his own results and his own idea of what it is to be in the art. So I think it's going to be very helpful for that. Also, he makes a bridge between Russian acting tradition and with a forward-looking approach of the 21st century theater. And he plays the actor as a creator, as a researcher, as an autonomous artist, not a simple performer. So his pedagogy emphasis in presence, consciousness, self-development, and this dissolution and rejection of systematic dogmatic limits. It was very nice to talk to him, me as a theater researcher, not only because I am reading his paper and then I had the possibility to talk in front of him directly, and not only because of that, but also because we create a really little path of what was his journey, and I think it was going to be very helpful for that. Also, I want to say that when we were talking about how an actor or an artist should place himself and put inside of a material, he was correcting me and he was saying, no, it's not that you put yourself, and this was some kind of revelation for me, and this is what I learned. It's not that you put yourself, it's like he tries with his actors and teachers to create a seed of the idea of the theater. And this idea of the theater, that I could think that this idea is like a free idea of the theater, is a free idea, but it's belonging to the art. And that was such a beautiful relevance for me, because right now I think we are in another path for the actor's technique, where actors really need to find their own possibility as creators. We are not anymore in the path of systems or methods, and we can really use all these tools and put them all together. Also, in my experience, I can say like really this paradigm of the relation between master and director and student, and we have that in the history of theater, where really good students that they are coming with a very strong and systematic masters, they had to refuse them in order to create their own authenticity and their own path. We can say that we have this example between Stanislavski and Grotowski, for example, that he was just focused on this system of physical actions. So it was a very nice conversation. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it gives you a clarity of this idea of how things are changing, how things, when you reject methods, then you got in this idea of solitude and loneliness that he speaks about, and I think is very beautiful. And this idea of loneliness come to the idea of responsibility and this idea of commitment. So I think it's going to be very precious for you to listen to this podcast. So I hope you enjoy. And please, if you like this interview, just share with whoever you think it might be helpful. And thank you so much to Jurij Alschitz to give me this opportunity to talk alive with him in this conversation. So I think it's very interesting. I hope you enjoy it, and welcome to BeActingLab. Master, I don't know. There's so many things I want to say to you, and so many questions. I don't know where to start. Like, for me, if I can say, like I would love you to also express what is the work that you do in the world, so the people that they are listening to this also can see you and can find you and can understand what you're doing in the world. Because I think your perspective and your look of the theater is such an important perspective. So it would be so nice if you can just talk about this experience of these 10 years looking for your own way of bringing this art actors alive in this crazy world we're living right now with new technologies and crazy stuff around us.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now I know more about you. You speak Russian as well, a little bit?
Да, конечно, чуть-чуть. Я уже забыла. Уже 20 скоро лет я не говорю master. So, yeah. But I can understand a little bit. But
hey, Beatrice,
yeah.
No, we will use English, of course.
Yeah.
As I remember, the first time when you wrote the letter to me, you asked me about the acting analysis, the method of the acting analysis, because then it's very methodological question, how to say, very, very, very precise, very clear frame. It's one. This 4 question, what you sent me 2 days or 3 days before, it's much more. I don't know about my private relationship with theater and so on, and what is my main problem today, what is difficult, and like this. Still, this is, I can tell you, it's a little bit confused because it's very, very different direction, very different vector. But of course, I'm ready to tell you more. To say about the actual question about what is the main problem and what it's how it's connected with the quantum training. What I'm just finished today. I'm second times I'm reading my book of the quantum training. So just I'm finishing this Spain. I'm finished, and after tomorrow I fly to Berlin. And this is one. It's first part. The second part it's quantum training for the actors and director. First, it's only for teacher. It's just for teacher. So this is mainly my interest of the, may I say, artistical interest, what I'm working for. Mainly it's for professional people and for teachers and for actors, director who has possibility to make some research, to make some experience, to try my proposition, because it's very, very different than normal or not traditional, how to say, theater. It's of course exists a moment of the connection, but still it's very far from the Anatolia as well. How to say, we are in the friendly relationship for a long time, but still we are very, very going slow.
Yeah, separated. Yeah, the perspectives are actually, yeah, excuse me.
So this is normal. This is normal process. We have respect to each other, but it's a little bit different. I'm going more to this kind of much more, how to say, I don't know how to say. This is mainly, I'm teacher for the, I believe in training, I believe in exercise. And to me, how to say, I call this my pedagogy somehow like passive pedagogy. how to say, it's meaning the activity mainly demonstrate my exercises, my training, the method of the work. How to say, we make always joke about my life that I said, I prefer the lesson with coffee and cigarette and sitting like this, and exercise should work itself. With Anatoly, it's different because Anatoly was strong with the speaking. He is a lot of speaking, psychoanalysis, and
Yes.
so on and so on. So that's why when we work together, so I was teacher for training, for the exercises. He was mainly
Okay.
for the analysis. It worked very well. But now I concentrated for the work with with exercises. I mean, last 30 years with the method of the self-preparation. What, from my point of view, it makes sense because I know European theater practically better than Vasilyev, and I know it's a lot of actors who need several methods how to work alone because it's a lot of people without special actors, actresses, without director, without master, and what they should do. They don't know simply how to work. So this is last my method and vertical and 45 question and everything I push to the actor will be independent and can work itself, prepare like this, and it's work very very well. So this is in another kind of my tension of my way what I'm planning to do. The last years I try to make minimum may I say seminar and workshops minimum and try to make education individual. So I understand that the fabric, as I call fabric, then in front of me always some 15, 20 students, how to say, it's working on the middle level, probably the basic level. So it's I understand that if we like to create, to teach really unique artists, it's necessary to make very very special the program, individual program,
I
because
understand.
it's impossible to teach. Imagine the Gordon Craig, Stanislavski, Meyerhold in the same school. They're very different, That's why I'm working mainly with directors and with teachers, because online it's working very well. With actors it's much more complicated. Some actors, so now I'm working with one actor from Poland as well, individual. With actors it's much more complicated because it's online, but some of them afterwards visit me in Berlin and we have rehearsing, but generally mainly it's for directing and for the acting teacher, because
Okay.
it's methodology, it's a lot of exercises, and for directors as well I give a lot of method of the rehearsing. Not acting analysis, to me it's like it was very fast. It was very fast. I'm used much more. How to say? Of course, it's wonderful method, but still, it's like the key. I use several keys, several method proposed for director. For teachers, mainly exercises and the method of the work. So it's guaranteed that these people, when they arrive on the rehearsing or the lesson, in their pocket a lot of different methods, a lot of different keys, a lot of different exercises, and for any case they can use it. So
Okay.
this is mainly what I'm, how to say, I'm working now, and this book, who will probably arrive in November, December. How to say, it will be the last what I like to finish, this kind of the work, because it's quite a lot of. It was more than 8, 10 years of connection of the quantum mechanic together with the theater things of, and I have to change my own point of view as well, but it's not really change. It's really it's more to open a part of the another space of work. How to say? It's just like exists classical physics. I would say
Yeah.
it's still working, but
Yeah.
you're going on the how to say on the bigger space or higher or minimum
Yeah.
space that
Okay.
you can see is the quantum and it's another world. It's another
Mm-hmm.
world, and this another world showed to you the another law, another rules, and this is combination between classical physics and quantum physics. Give a lot of paradox, a lot of interesting, but it's only for the people who have right to make a risk. How to say it's
Yeah.
I'm not teaching young people with this quantum training and like this. Not young actor, not young directors, not young teacher.
Okay. And can you explain a little bit more how you work with these directors, like directors that come to you or actors, no
No,
directors and
it's
teachers?
only with directors mainly. I have in Berlin, but it's again it's 5 6 people group, but I prefer to work online individual.
Mm-hmm.
Individual online. I'm speaking with the candidate who like
Mm-hmm.
to take it. We discuss together about the program, which program, what, because mainly people coming to me who is around 40, 45, 50 years old is director. So it's not young people, not at all.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Then in the discussion, we decide what you know, what you don't know, what you need, what you don't need it. I would say by this kind of the discussion, I'm creating the program of the education, special for this director or for this
For
teacher.
them, like you work very individually about their
Individual,
needs.
me and Mr. X. That's it.
For example, if there is a director that has more problems, difficulties to work with actors, then you say, okay, let's do that. Or
Exactly,
maybe with the
exactly,
set design, or
exactly,
to understand the
exactly,
idea of the text, to
exactly,
analyze. Because my
exactly.
question, Master, is do I understand that your skeleton is not the text when you work with it. It's not like you don't build the method through understanding the dramatical text.
No,
No, so
no, no,
dramatical
no,
text
no,
is
no.
not
No, I can use text only as example.
okay.
It's not the question how I understand the siglo, how I understand Shakespeare, how it's not the question. Question, it's individual question of this director.
I
I
love this. I
I
love this,
just
Master,
no,
because
I
we
just
have
I oh, no 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 I can see that important is that I give the instrument the tools how it's possible to work and make several material to take as example how it's possible to work. But of course, I'm not making analysis. I think it's a bad way when the teacher make analysis of the text. No, it's a point of view of the teacher, but it should not be point of view of the everybody. No, no, it's
mhm.
absolutely it's very may say not the student follow me, and I follow the needness of students. It's opposite. It's
That's
opposite.
beautiful.
It's quite it's necessary to understand, what which kind of the it's include the which kind of the music they should listen, which kind of the picture, which kind of the performance, which kind of the book. So it exists. It's around 4 months. How to say, education.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
each day, 2 days a week or sometimes, like this, but it's a lot of self preparation of director
Hmm.
under my guiding after the what they should do it. Altogether, our meeting, our lesson, it's a lot of task. And this
They do
is
a practical work as an actors too, or you are just working with them in the intellectual
on the directors, of course, some exercises I propose them to know how to do it, how to propose for actors, because
actors.
if the
Okay.
director doesn't know how it's working, it's not. But you know what? Last time was director was from Italy, one from Romania. He has his own theater. He was
Uh-huh.
around 46, 47. Romanian guy. Of course, we spoke together with him several times till we create the program because what he needed, what he don't need it.
I
Then
understand.
the process of the education it's a lot of question comes to him, and he said, "What is it about?" And I said, "So this is quite good work individual." And I see result. I see result much different than just then if I'm working with the massa, with fabric.
What is this result?
I mean, how the director change their level of mind.
Okay. All right.
I would start to think about it. It's not because it's not only amount of the instrument, of the tool, of the method. It's not the question. How to say? It's
a mentality work. It's a mindset work.
It's
right?
necessary to change. It's instrument. It's important, but in which how to say, it's a caveman with a lot of instrument didn't work. It should be both. It should be development of the point of view of the modern point of view plus modern instrument.
Is this related when you're talking about mindset and how actors and directors, maybe they come from this duality of the world and they don't find this beautiful of this ambivalence, like everything is connected to one, because I see this in the work and it's connected with so many ancient traditions too, about this consciousness. How do you work with this consciousness? Like, is this kind of just talking conversation and asking them for reference
It's exercises.
Is exercise has that to do with some kind of meditation, silence, or coming to a different?
Just I told you that I'm working now. They already make 5 lessons with the one lady from Poland. And this 5 lesson, it's already, I don't know, 10 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. I tried to change her mindset, to change her consciousness. And how it's not enough to tell, change the conscience. She will
definitely.
No. It's I propose the different experience, different provocation, different exercises, what they should do. And yesterday I have a lesson with her. She just arrived from the Mallorca with husband from the holiday, and she report me how it's finally, how to say, how he changing, how he's acting, it's very, 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 very different.
It changed also like the reality of the what they are living to, like the reality that they are living in, and they start to change too at the same time.
And this work should be very, 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 to do it very carefully, because it's depend with whom you're working, how to say. Because of course, if you're artist, you look on the world around you in the different way. You have the different eyes, of course. How to say, if you just reflect it how it is, you never will be Picasso or this is quite important. But if the actress or director change their mind, I mean, change in the more artistic level, more higher level, how to say, more different, point of view. That's why he's interesting for public, how to say. And this is how the actors is thinking, he's acting.
So it's a way of working on their thoughts, yes, on how they talk, how this maybe stuck in blocks that we have.
What they talk about, and not only how they talk about, consciousness, it's meaning how I reflected what is in front of me. Sound, picture, speaking, text, whatever. Question is how you accept it. How you reflect like this, because I told sometimes I open the book and I start to read it, some text of play, and I understand I'm reflecting one-to-one. It's too much illustrative, too much like this. I should change, I don't know, myself to change another angle to see it like this. So I should see another order. I should see another composition, not what it's written, what is hidden.
Yeah. So I agree with you that when we have a test and how we analyze this test, not from the point of view only the structure of the story, but what kind, like an artist should do. No, we have like a construction of our world, how we see things, how we relate to to the word itself, not only from the point of view of our eyes, but how we are, how we try to answer to the questions of this existential life. Yes.
Exactly.
So I understand that how your own individual, with your own questions, with your own doubts, how can you put inside of that your own self, like your unique, as a human being, like you're giving such a divine thing to the
This is
creator. Yes.
one point. Yeah, I agree with you, but it's only one point. It's not the question that how I can put myself. I should put. I should not put. I should. First of all, parallel. You should combine. No, you should create slowly by this kind of the exercises and the changing of your mindset. You should create your theater, your ideal of theater. It's a center. Then you can see it always exists dialogue. This is yours, what is constantly creating. And what is, Chekhov, Shakespeare, and so on. When it's related between each other, there is a resonance between one theater. You should not put yourself. It's more Stanislavski that I put my. No, it's artistically. You yourself only interesting from point of view of theater as artist. How to say, if you not create this seed, if you not create the center of the students, like what is my theater, didn't work.
I love this idea. What is your theater? Like for the people that they are maybe listening to us, what is your theater? Because for me, this question is I can answer very much because I had good masters. Like I understand that masters right now, I don't think like, well, we have this conversation already 10 years back. What is going on with masters? It's like we don't need masters anymore. What is this? But actually, in a sense, you are leading, you are a guide for these actors too, and they need this mastery, because I think without this mastery, it's difficult to find in a pond of so many dirt inside, and uh, how to find ourselves in some kind of clarity about that. And I love this, what you said about this. This is your idea of theater, because that will give a director and an actor a very individual point of view, not point of view, but point of being in the theater. Like, this is who am I? Like, trying to understand what we are if we want to be in the theater, and choosing that idea as a way of existence. I don't know. I love this. How and it's so much inspiring. Yes, but yes, I would like to say, what do you think about this idea of guidance? Do we need masters anymore, or we don't?
Well, may I say, you told me your story. Now you're alone without master.
But it's
And
true. It's completely true. Yeah.
and me too. Before, how to say, I was very much dependent of the opinion of my master. I have the best teacher in the Russia. It was Butkevich, probably you know his name. He was Vasilyev teacher. I was Knebel, who was Vasilyev teacher. Kudryashov, now very good teacher, and Anatoly Vasilyev, very good teacher as well. So it was the best of best. And a long time I was dependent very much about him, like Vasilyev, or it's how they will look at my work, how their opinion could be, how to say. But then, step by step, I decided my freedom is much more important than, may I say, this kind of relationship. So I prefer to be independent. How to say, before I was proud that, that I came from the Russian school, from teachers, from the great people. I always named them. I always said, I always remember them. But I can say I prefer to be completely alone. How to say, this kind of the loneliness, it's much more a strong responsibility. How to say, I have only one master, the theater. It's only one master. What I have to respond, or I have to report of my work, and not the people. How to say?
Yeah.
That's why, if there's somebody asking me about what is your method, I have no method. I prefer not to be in the some party. I don't prefer to be with some society. I don't like to work with some school constantly. How to say I am only, how to say, I like to be nomad somehow without everything. I'm what is this? What I show, what I'm telling, this is exist. About my theater, today it's my theater. Tomorrow I may wake up and I'm afraid that I don't know, and it could be completely different theater.
Yeah.
Still not, I'm depend from the idea of theater, how to say. When I was 40 years or 30 years, it was one theater. 50 years was different theater. After one experience, it's another theater. It should be, it's not stable image.
Yeah.
It's fluid. It's fluid.
It's fluid and it's changing. And
exactly. And that's why it's, I'm not afraid that it's the morning I may wake up and I have nothing in front of me, because I know that I can create from the beginning. It's not the...
I love this sensation. Like, it seems to me like there is this idea of theater is something that is like a kind of a vertex or vortex of energy, and then you go inside. But let me say that it gives you so much, like in this idea, it gives you so much freedom for that, because it's something that it doesn't belong to anyone. It belongs to, and I think it's connected about this quantum pedagogy.
To art, because people. I was a long time. I started to work in Europe and USA as well. How to say? I feel myself very much immigrant, very much different. And what had happened? Happened is I only ask myself, you're alive, you believe in what you're doing, and I said yes, I'm go. I've not. Teacher didn't help very much. Not just okay. I was teacher of the Mr. Petrov, and now I can tell the people, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it was in Kazan in Russia. I told about I meant Vasilyev, and somebody asked, Vasilyev still alive? It's a people now, for them it's name, it's not exactly
no. Master.
Of course, Labanov, I know the name of the master. Of course, I never saw him, but I know that I remember his photo on the corridor of the Gites. Yes, Labanov.
Yes, this is a very Russian thing when you enter in the school and then you can see all these faces, yes? Exactly. Of these masters, that they belong to this idea of these masters.
So this is Beatrice, mainly what shortly I tell you about this 4 question, and this kind of my motivation, what you ask me, this is my work, and that's it. Let's keep in touch.
Thank you so much. I hope really that I could invite you when I will have my own tribe too. Like, I am building this idea of the theater in a way and trying to find my free of choice and my free will, as you did maybe in the beginning of your journey. So I am there. So thank you so much for agreeing.
Very welcome, Beatrice. Very welcome. Thank you very much for speaking.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Hope we keep in touch. Thank you, Master. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Thank you so much.